Hey guys, we are back at South Mountain State Park. Today we are headed up the Chestnut Knob Trail. If you look at that sign that says 0.2 miles, that's not how long the trail is. That's how far it is to get to the trail head to the split where the Chestnut Knob Trail is. So we're headed there. It's just a nice little day hike. We just had a little bit of time while Aquamarine had the day off today. So we decided we would go out for a nice day hike. Packed a day pack, grabbed the pup. You know, his trail name is Sniff and Pee, so that's all he likes to do on trail, sniff and pee. So we have to keep him moving. Anyway, so we're headed up to the Chestnut Knob Trail, and we're gonna hike up that. And we grabbed a map from the state park office just in case we decided to go a little extra on an excursion and check out some of the other trails. So anyway, we'll keep things going. Just gotta wait for this guy to make a little stop. That butterfly is just sunbathing right there on that rock. Not sure if you can see it there. Oh, a bug just crawled up on its wing and made it flinch. That was kind of funny.
Wait, do it again. I want to die. Oh, I'm right up there. Are you filming?
Yeah.
Are you just gonna follow it?
Well, it seems to be leading the way, so maybe it'll land over in a cool spot. All right, guys, so this is our split to the Chestnut Knob Trail. It says the overlook is 2.3 miles. So it looks like we're gonna do 4.6 today. That's good. 2.3 up, 2.3 down. We'll have about a 5-mile hike because we did a couple blocks, 0.2 of a mile, I think it was here. So it's 2.5 up, 2.5 out, and 2.5 back for 5 miles round trip. Be a nice day hike to get a little trail training in before we start hitting the AT on section hikes this season. Actually hoping to do a good portion of into Virginia this year on the AT. We got about 200 miles. Hopefully starting at Fox Creek and working my way up around McAfee Knob, or McAfee Knob, depending on how you say it. But from here, we climb pretty much the entire way, then we get to enjoy the downhill back. So, yep, what we learned about South Mountain is once you start climbing, you don't stop until you turn around. That's just how that works. So, yeah, that's unlike the AT where it's like, oh, I'm climbing for a mile, down a mile, and up half a mile, and down a half mile, whatever. I feel like where it's more rolling climbs, even when they're big, a couple of miles long or whatever. But here, you just climb until I think you turn around, no matter how far. Our shakedown hike we did here back in 2020 was 5 miles out, and it was all up pretty much. And then we turned around the next day, came back 4 miles down. So anyway. So you're gonna hear me trying to catch my breath on occasion, but I'm definitely healthier than I was back then. And I'm carrying over a much lighter pack today. So, and testing out the new shoes. Got the new kicks on, seeing how they do. It's beautiful out here, the view of the river down there. As you can see, this trail is marked by the white diamonds. Makes me think of the song Diamonds in the Sky. There you go. Max is trying to lead the way. I'm gonna pee on every rock even though he has nothing left to pee. Whew. We just stopped because we could see these mountain tops, which I assume is all part of South Mountain State Park. But let's see, I don't know which way we're facing right now, top of my head. No, I could look at a compass. I think I have one, but really pretty. If you can see through those trees, there's like 3 or 4 peaks, and one was pretty high. It's like that one right, kind of right there, just left of the tree. Pretty cool looking. Just caught my attention. I feel like out here we don't get to see a lot of that until you get to like a real high up spot, so this is kind of nice. Probably also gives us an idea of how high we really are, because we're not that high up from that section right there. All right, we'll keep rolling. So I may have done a video, I have to look back, of when I did this hike the first time. I can't remember if I actually did one or not, because it was one of those kind of like just respite day, quick hikes. I was focused just on spending some time going to the top, praying and stuff, and it's a great spot for that. We've actually each brought a book to maybe do a little of that today as well, do a little reading, prayer time. This is the Jacob Fork River Gorge Overlook. Notice that the key is Gorge Overlook, not River Overlook, because while the ridge is down there, it's much more about being able to see over the gorge than it is the actual seeing the river. But really pretty cool rock right there, right on the side of the mountain across from us. And it's just a really pretty, like, nice open space. I'm gonna pan all the way around, catch aquamarine, catch the Fritos in the background.
Alright, sorry, I was thinking.
And that's the way on down to the knob. So Mr. Sniffin' Pea's having a great time. He's run out of his tank, but he's still trying to be a really, he's just enjoying being outdoors. He may look like a fluffy little fluffy dog, but he likes being outside too, so it's fun. All right, we're gonna take a little short break, stretch probably, and keep on rolling. Pretty little area, got some roots, some rocks here. Got the little stream flowing down. We were just saying if we need to get water on the way back, I drink all my water, which I doubt. I brought a lot of water. But if so, we did bring the filter so we could get some water. Pretty nice. All right. I think I'll film a little bit. This looks like a pretty little section. The roots are pretty cool. If you're wondering, the new Selwa Mountain Trainer light shoes are rocking pretty good. They're feeling pretty comfortable. I left the toe box a little more open, went a little tighter around the ankle area, like in the more, the part of the shoe more towards the top of the foot and going back towards the ankle. I don't know what that's called. Not a foot doctor, but I can tell you, so far so good. And definitely a lot of support with the stiff rubber soles, and definitely grab good because of the sort of almost like cleats that are on them. And that's what they call them, not really cleats, but there's like a really thick rubber on them. And yeah, it's really enjoyable so far wearing them today. They are not real heavy, but they're not real light. They are just under, I think, a pound. I think they said like 357 or 378, something like that, grams. 453 grams roughly is a pound. So probably just under a pound. So they're relatively light. So you got less than a half pound per foot. I've definitely had heavier, like hiking boots, but I think some of the trail runners are lighter than these. So, all right. Well, if we see anything else interesting, like this cool section here, we'll bring you back online. So we just got to the top of the trail, to the top of the ridge, like where the ridge line starts at least. So here's the sign to go back down the trail. Shows that we're almost a mile from that overlook with the bench, and 2.3 to the parking area. So we've got 0.2 to go to the Chestnut Knob overlook, which is where we've been headed. So being that it's along the ridge line here, if I remember right, it's not anything too difficult. Maybe a little rolling or a little up and down, but nothing significant, because we're pretty much at the top of this section now of mountains. So we're rocking down here. We actually just had some really nice views of some of the mountains off to the left. Kind of see them through the trees there, but when we get to the overlook, I'll definitely turn the camera back on, let you guys take a cool look at that. All right, we're gonna keep on going down trail. Speaking of looking down trail, that wasn't right over the trail. That's one of those perfect bear hang trees right there. right height, everything. Wow. Never hardly found those when you need them though. Well, sometimes, not as much as I'd like. Oh, there's a nice opening. Might be able to see some of the mountains through there, across the way. Yeah, I wonder if they've ever allowed camping there. It does look like a campsite area.
Right? No horses.
He loves jumping the rocks. Sorry if the filming's kind of crazy. I really have to watch my steps, but I wanted to show these views. There we go. I think this is it. Yep, here we are. This is Chestnut Knob Overlook.
Does this keep going or does it stop right
No,
here?
this is it.
I like it.
Yep, just
Max, stop.
Max, come here.
Is
Mr.
that
Sniff
you?
and
What
Pee.
is this supposed to be? Oh, I think they're berries. Like, so, like going to be.
Yeah,
Because they've got the dots. They probably are poisonous, but you know.
at least for you and me. So this is the beautiful view at the top of the overlook. It's pretty cool. All right, well, we finished our lunch as we headed down trail, and we are running when we can, trying to hurry since we need to get back really down trail at the bottom around 3 to 3:10, and it's about 2:40 or so, I think. I'll have to look in a minute, but we're making really good time. I think we're already at past halfway probably. I think we might have a mile left. We're doing about a 20-minute mile timing right now, going down obviously much faster than we came up. So she is off and running, as you can tell. So I'm gonna pick up my pace, but not as you pretty much see everything on the video going up. So that's why I didn't film quite as much too going down. It's just the trail in reverse, right? We did run into somebody from Pensacola, Florida, who was just coming to the top as we were headed back down as we were leaving. He was a college student. He comes up here about once a month and enjoys some hiking, which is cool. So anyways, if he's watching this, give him a shout out. Not everybody likes their name, so I'll just use his first initial E. E, I hope you enjoyed your hike, man. Enjoyed your time in your hammock. Yeah, relaxing, reading that book. So we're gonna book on down. We got afternoon activities and responsibilities. So we're gonna keep on pushing, and I'll probably just do a checkout when we get to the bottom. All right, doing a review here of today's hike on the Selwa Mountain Trainer lights that I got. Pros and cons. My favorite pro of these things so far is that I can hit a rock like that anywhere, or a root right on the verge of the foot, and it doesn't slip. They grab, and I can't feel it at all. Like, I don't feel it push through to my foot. The downside to having those stiff soles and that rubber, especially on the first day using them, really getting out and hiking with them for a very length of time, other than the little mile I did, I think, up in Blowing Rock, is the fact that these guys do not have a very good insole. They're very stiff too. Oh, I'm cringing right now because my toes on my right side have some terrible hot spots, is what I call them, based on terminology we used when we were cycling. And they literally feel like they're just burning. They just feel like they're burning. So I'm hoping some good solid insoles will take care of that. Some good soft Dr. Scholl's or something. But they're great on anything on rocks. Like if I was doing Mount Rogers, I think these would be amazing. But I'm hoping to be able to use them for other sections of the AT and things like what we did today. The insoles will take care of them. The comfort around the foot is good. They're a teeny bit warm, but I also have a little bit warmer darn tufts on than than some of them. I wasn't expecting it to get quite this warm out today. So I think if I had like a little thinner pair of my merino wool darn tufts, it probably wouldn't be as bad. That would probably help the hot spot a little bit as well, because while they do have more cushion, it's also creating more heat too. So ups and downs. They also have some good rough edges, which is nice. So if they hit a root or hit a rock, they don't just feel like they're going to tear up, you know. So those are my pros and cons feedback on the first day using them. These are, again, the Selwa Mountain Trainer Light, I believe, 3F. So anyway, check them out. But we're almost to the bottom. So we're going to just go and sign off, I think, here. And we might shoot a quick picture, quick note at the very end.